Who tops the most imposed sanctioned countries list? Following the invasion of Ukraine, a worldwide sanctions-tracking database published a report on Tuesday showing that Russia has become the most sanctioned country. Sanctions are being imposed on Russia by countries all around the world in an effort to stop it from invading Ukraine. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm Sage for KalkineMedia. According to reports, the United States and its European partners increased sanctions against Russia beginning February 22nd, 2022, just days before the invasion of Ukraine. Russia has been designated as the target of 2,778 additional sanctions, raising the total number of penalties against Russia to more than 5,530. And every day the pressure on Russia is growing. A number of American corporations have halted operations in Russia, including Netflix and American Express. And these penalties, according to Putin, are equivalent to a declaration of war. Let's look at some other countries with imposed sanctions other than Russia that tops the list. Iran is ranked second with 3,616 sanctions imposed as a result of its disrupted nuclear program and alleged support for terrorism. And according to the Castellum.ai list, Syria is subject to 2,608 sanctions. The European Union, the United States, Canada, Australia and Switzerland have all imposed economic sanctions as a result of the civil conflict. North Korea has been sanctioned by the United Nations since 2006 because of its nuclear and ballistic missile programs. North Korea is subject to 2,077 sanctions. And according to the Castellum.ai list, the South American country, Venezuela, is subject to 651 sanctions. The US has been imposing sanctions on businesses and energy corporations affiliated with the former Maduro regime, both inside and outside of Venezuela, since 2017. Myanmar has been sanctioned by the US and other nations as a result of human rights violations and a military takeover. And the US Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control, or OFAC, identified 7 persons and 2 businesses linked to Myanmar's military junta on the 1-year anniversary of the coup against the democratically elected government. Myanmar is listed on Castellum.ai as having 510 sanctions against it. With 208 sanctions, Cuba is the last country on the list. For more than 60 years, Cuba has been subjected to US sanctions, which have impacted every area of life on the island. President John F. Kennedy implemented the sanctions in order to isolate Cuba until it progressed toward democratization and more respect for human rights. Thank you for joining us on this report. If you do like the information, let us know by liking, sharing, commenting on the video below. Subscribe to the channel. Do press that bell icon. You'll be notified every time Kalkine releases a video. But for more articles like this, head to the website. It's kalkinemedia.com. And Sage here for Kalkine Media.